Hey folks, Blackross here, and welcome back to Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. So in the last episode, we took care of a case that we had previously took on, and we're in another one where we ended up here in another digital wave. So I'm kind of curious as to what's in here, if I dare ask. And there's a fork in the road. Let's go one way and see where it leads, and then if it doesn't lead anywhere, we'll go the other way. It doesn't look like it leads anywhere, so we're gonna have to turn around. Damn it. So far I haven't ran into any Digimon yet. I figured I would have at least ran into one or so. Seems kind of weird. Then again, it's more or less a partial, not a literal labyrinth, so... The tunnel just keeps on going, you say. If it stays on course like that, you're going to end up in Rupani, which would mean... You know, this reminds me of something else I've heard about before. As I mentioned before, Tokyo line keys stem from Mount Fuji, which is of course not all that a coincidence, given that it's a scarce place. Sacred place. I say scarce, but it's sacred. And that energy takes old highways like the Kusho Kurono and the Takano to get to Tokyo from Mount Fuji. That energy joins up with underground waterways going along the highway that carries Mount Fuji's snow melts to Tokyo, flowing into the city together. One theory holds that the first place where that water appears above ground after reaching Tokyo happens to be where else but Naruto. Put simply, all the ley lines that flows throughout Tokyo could well be coming out of our own stomping grounds, believe it or not. Wouldn't that be amazing to think about it if it turned out to be true? Fun fact, but this is normal. Stop right there. Don't go any further. You're standing at the border of the manufactory. Go any further and you'll be in central government territory. That's a hive we best not poke. Color me intrigued, though. That's a hell of a thing to stumble onto just walking around inside the tunnel. We aren't prepared just yet to pick that sort of fight. There's still too much we don't know. This little tangulate of ours has gone on long enough. I think headed back the way you came and regroup at the office. Okay. That was disappointing. I figured we would have run into something. Though it's not as strong as we're used to, that tunnel is causing a digital shift. We should probably keep it locked up like that, like before, after all. I have no idea how I'm going to explain all of this to our client. No matter how you spin it, it's probably all be a lot to take in. It wouldn't be surprised if we come away looking even stricter than we already do. Let's just let Detective Matsuri deal with it. Some jobs are just best left to others. You're curious what exactly was actually beyond where you stopped? That makes two of us, believe me. Actually, while you were on your way back, I decided to look into a little bit. Apparently, what you found was a chemistry research lab, of all things. But all the more reason we need to go back! Oh, don't be dense. I told you that area is under the jurisdiction of the central government. That's not the sort of place you wander into for fun. If nothing else, it indicates that Koshimuro and the government have a tighter relationship than what we previously suspected. Going after Koshimuro could well mean that we also be ruffling the government feathers. So in other words, if we continue the investigation with Yoku's father, this could get dirty. And by dirty, I mean we'll have a battle stone on our hand long before long. That's why we can't be hasty right now. We'll do what we can to prepare and cross that bridge when we come to it. This is just a guess on my end, but I imagine it was Koshiro that changed the password on that door and rendered it impossible to get open. That makes sense, because Koshiro, if the government was to find out what happened there, Koshiro would have a lot of problems on their hands to explain. And even though they're tight friends, they don't want to break that bond, so I think it makes sense for why they would change it. They probably weren't counting on us being able to actually break in and snoop around. Knowing that, it could well serve as our ace in hole later when the time does come to confront. Hopefully unawareness. But again, let's not worry about hashing out the details until we have to, and just be grateful we have it up our sleeves if needed be. On that note, I realize this case is technically closed, but what do you say about heading over to Ropery for me one more time? I don't mean on official business. Rather, I'm keen on doing a little independent intelligence gathering for our own internal use. Surely you're interested in knowing why Koshimura has built a research lab underneath the Tokyo Metropolis government building too, right? So how about you just walk on through the front door there and see what you can find. Sounds good? Huh. So, we're going back. I take it. I say that's what we're doing. Here we go again. Oh no, we got a different building to go to. Whoa. This doesn't look easy. Oh, are you here for a tour of the lobby? Please, come on inside. You must be confused. Let me explain. Construction on this new Metropolis building isn't entirely complete as of yet. Well, it was at one point, that is, until a major firm came in and it was decided the upper floor mentoring addition construction. I'm guessing that means needs improvements. As such, while that's going on, the lobby here remains free and open to the public to visit. Did you make it inside the building? Alright, I get you. So they're alright with you hanging around the lobby. Well, that makes our work a little easier then. Go on in. All you need at this point is a terminal somewhere, so you can interface their system. Piece of cake at this stage, I say. So once you find a terminal, just slip on in and work your magic like always. Wish I was there to see it myself. Seems like quite the sight. It reminds me of the Tower of Baal in a way. Huh? Guess I'm starting to ramble again, though. Don't worry about me. Feel free to get back to work now. If you would just let me do my stuff, maybe it'd be one thing. She's gonna interfere, is she? I see something. Time to connection jump. Is something wrong out there? Oh, you found a terminal that's digital shifting a little. Huh. If this shift is weak while still prompt enough for you to notice it, it could be a sign this place will turn into a labyrinth later on. Well, for now, try connect jumping into it. We have no idea what could be inside there, so stay on your feet, alright? I was going to. We got ourselves a labyrinth. Because I see a lot of items that I might want. I mean, it's not a lot, but I see that one item. And I have to have it! It will bother me if I don't get it. Bug recovery. Okay. With Digimons like these, it shouldn't be hard for me to get through then. Although I'm kind of curious as to... Was that... Did it just say... Okay, hold on just a sec. What? No, Data is strong against vaccine. What am I thinking? Don't ask me what I was thinking. Oh well. At any rate, though. If this rookie-type Digimon we're going to be dealing with for a while, this should be an easy place to navigate through. There's an eater right there! Which means it was just fixing to become one. Which means that if we encounter them beforehand... Okay, now that we know what to do, we're going for it. Woodmon just isn't enough, apparently. I'm gonna go ahead and switch him out. Let's see. Angemon was enough to do some damage, so we'll just change him out with Angemon. Plus, he's got max heal, so it'll help out later on. Okay, good. We got a combo going on. Indoor terminal. This is gonna hurt. Poor Tyrannomon. It's over. It's getting good so far right now. So you found an eater inside there after all? But you couldn't find any other evidence of note. You're not seeing the forest of the trees here, Black Plus. The fact that there was an eater inside the terminal at all is big evidence in of itself. Regardless, let's call it a day here. Get on back to the office now. Yeah. So, eaters are what's causing it, so we must have got there just before it became one. But that leads to be the question, because see, if that was the upper layer, does that mean that the eater was controlling the lower layer? Or is the lower layer converted into something else? Like, there's a little bit more detail into that one. Guess we'll find out more, probably. That was probably hard work going all over the place today. But thanks to you, I think I'm starting to piece it all together now. While you were out and about, I decided to measure the digital wave coming out of that building. And I found that the Metropolis government building itself is one big digital wave force field. From what I can tell, energy is flowing straight into the Tokyo Metropolis government building via the Lee line inside Nakuo Enterprise. Okay, they talked about something like that in Digimon Season 2, I believe. Yeah, it was Digimon Season 2, where there was like 4 Digimon Guardians. And these 4 Guardians are reflected of the 4 ancient creatures of Japan. And they all contributed in a different district. Depending on that district depends on their exact location. And I think it was... I forgot what they were called, but there was like a stone with a silver ring around it. And basically, they were trying to prevent it from being destroyed, because if it did, it would cause an inner collapse between the digital world and the human world. So something tells me something around that line of work is what's going on right now. The Lee lines are making like a bridge gateway for the digital world and the human world. Thus the reason why there's so many phenomenons that are happening. But then comes the question of the Eaters. Where are they coming from? Are they man-made? Are they virus that just brought up a new life form? That's what's kind of what I'm wondering, is like what's happening on that part. But that's what's going on right now, is that the Lee lines are practically the gateway to the digital world, which something tells me we may end up exploring later on. So that underground lab Kashiro has beneath the building is probably controlling the energy flow. You remember what I said about Lee lines when you were inside the tunnel, don't you? Yeah. There are two things to play here. The natural energy flow from the Earth along the Lee lines. Excuse me. And digital wave emitting from the sea of electrons. If you can make a massive structure like the Tokyo Metropolis Government Building, I'm just going to abbreviate and call it the TMGB. A hub for those things, then you can manipulate their flow. Why do they need to do it that way? Well, for one, digital waves might be invisible to the naked eye, but they have mass and therefore require a vessel. And the bigger the vessel is that contains those waves, the more energy you can build up. It probably also explains the new construction going on, as more space would mean that much more energy Kashiro could stockpile. That extra energy would then go on to impact the building beyond the facility, hence the digital shift you ran into in the lobby. And with any good digital shift comes an eater, of course. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if that place goes labyrinth eventually. But we don't have to be concerned about that threat anymore now that you've cleared the joint up. On the other hand, it's worrying in its own way that things resolve so clearly this time. The fact that digital waves can be concentrated in such small quantities as to attract individual eaters and produce a micro labyrinth is scary. If you haven't been there, it might well not have been caught up until much later. The whole thing didn't sit well with me at all. This case has taught us that there's technology that can mostly suppress large amounts of digital wave as they're built up and placed where else. The deliberation and calculated nature of it all indicates that somebody got big plans in the works, significant to say. This, of course, calls for more investigating. We need to figure out how long this has all been going on, and just what exactly it's for. Let's keep our eye peeled as we move forward, Black Plus. We're onto something here. I know it. Whew! Gosh, you talk about reading. Listen up. Your gloves have two marks, a circle and hint. Your shirt. A cross. Because technically it's an X, but I say it's a cross. Wait. That's right, it has a circle on the front and an X on the back. Wait! The glove had a circle on the front and an X on the back. Yes, I do realize, I just now realized this. Okay. Okay, whew, boy. You know what, let's go to the Digilab real quickly. Because I say there's a lot of Digimon we got. Let's see what we got here. Ooh. Wanna know what that is, though. I say that's Magnet Angemon, though. Gekomon. Let's Digivolve you into that thing. Yeah, I guess I should have realized that. But yep, I see you, big guy. Okay, Woodmon, you're not ready to Digivolve yet. I could Digivolve you at level 26, though. I don't know what that is, but let's go ahead and Digivolve you into this one. Let's see. We got some interesting looking ones over here. You're not ready yet. Intel 55. Intel, you are far from having that source of ability. Yeah. Digi-Egg of Miracles held. Digi-Egg of Courage. Okay. Add islands. We now can have 2 islands now. Should I add on to that one, or should I just add on to this? No, for right now, let's just make this one bigger. Ooh, I love how that looks, actually. That is actually looking really cool. And we'll just make this. That is getting relatively big, actually. I am getting a lot of yen lately, so I wonder if I should go for the high amount. If that's the case, let's go ahead and change one of those farm goods. Develop know-how. Command. Develop. There we go. Kind of curious as to what that would do. Whoa. Yep, I figured. Okay. Now that took care of. Let's go ahead and complete those 2 cases. I mean, obviously one of them I can complete on my own, but the other one we'll just do just for fun. Especially since it's a Black Gabumon. Yeah, Black Gabumon. Now Loom level 1. This shouldn't take long. I'll just fast forward through this for you guys. Especially since this is now Loom level 1. Okay. Just to make certain. Okay, it's not in here. Thankfully, it's not a big area, so I should be able to find it relatively quickly. I see you. Come to Papa. Okay, time to head back. Found it, Gabumon. Is that what I think it is? You found my precious thing! Time to head back to the agency. We'll go ahead and complete that other one. Because why not, right? Now Loon level 2. Lovely. Okay. I meant to click on level 2. Damn it. Okay, let's try this again. Hello again. Okay, let's see if it's over here. Nope. Okay, looks like you lost it somewhere deeper inside. Be right back. Again. Aha! Found you! Well, first I gotta kill this Digimon. Because it's in the way. Okay, that takes care of you. Now to head back. Okay, we found it. Let's see the Digimon farm real quickly. One of the Digimon just got maxed out. Let's say that would probably be Sorcerermon. No, it wasn't you. Which one was it? Oh, he's at max level. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, there was no way he's gonna make it. Damn it. Okay, what Digimon do I want? That looks like Bakumon. The ghost type Digimons? Let's go for him. Because I hadn't gotten him yet. Let's see. Interesting weird set. But you can digivolve into Blue Miramon. Oh, and he can digivolve into Impmon. That works out perfectly, actually. So can Ice Devimon, too. So it's kind of like, do I or do I not? Do I or do I not? It's kind of interesting to figure out what I want to do. I'm gonna wait until he gets maxed out before I level him up. Him is gonna take a little while longer. Shakumon, he's gonna take forever. It looks like we got a wide variety though, for him being an ultimate level, because Rabbitmon's only got 2, Andromon's got 3, and you've got 3 as well. Never mind. Okay, you're nothing special, but I'm kind of curious as to what we got here. We've got some ultimate Digimon levels that require a lot. So I'm kind of curious as to what you would digivolve into. Very curious indeed. Okay. But let's go ahead and end the case right now. And then we'll have to end the video for the day. And that's done. Okay, anything new? There's a lot of action over at Shibuya Records in Shibuya. You've been there, right? I guess in the next episode, when we get ready to start it, we'll be heading to Shibuya Records. So, yeah, I will see you in the next video. Until then, this is Black Cross signing off. Take care, guys.